To this video where we will learn about the Charidy dashboard. In this Charidy dashboard video, you'll learn how to set up your profile, you'll learn how to set up a campaign, you'll learn how to add teams to your campaign page, and all the other features which go along into your Charidy dashboard. So to begin with, let's log into your Charidy dashboard. Your Charidy campaign consultant should provide you with a temporary email address and password. And what you do is you go to charidy.com, and on the top right, you click login, and away you are. Sorry, incorrect email address and password. Let's try that again. And here we are. We have logged into our page. And the way we are, here is the dashboard. And what we are going to be doing is we're going to be going through the dashboard from the left-hand side here as it goes through each tab individually. So let's start with account settings. Here are my contact details, my name, my email address, make sure that's correct, and phone number. Here's account sign-in. So if you've been given a temporary password, you may want to change that over here. Make sure to always click Save Changes. Here is my language. I'm going to keep to English. I might want to change my time zone to Melbourne. Here's where I'll upload a logo. This logo will show up. This logo will show up on your campaign page. So you click this box that says logo, and we can upload our logo. Don't worry about the size of your logo at the moment. Whatever your logo is, upload it. If there is any issues on the campaign page, we could work through that later. Let's make sure that's the correct name for my organization. I'll also need to add what's called a legal entity. And legal entity essentially is what will appear on the receipts that your donors will get once they make a donation. We need to make sure we have all the right information. So on this, we are a nonprofit. What our name might be, Amazing Cause Limited. The reason why it says legal name is sometimes we'll have a charity that will be known as one name, but their DGR account will be named differently, and that's what needs to be on the receipt. Here's where you'll put your ABN, your address. So 1 My Place Court, your zip code or postcode 3000. Our country here is Australia. Our state is Victoria, and our city is Melbourne. And now we've saved our legal entity, and that's going to come in handy later on. We could always edit this here with that little button there, or if we're completely wrong, we can delete it. The next thing here is sub-accounts. Sub-accounts are important if you want other people to be able to access your dashboard as well, other people within your organization, so they could make changes and go through your page. When we add new sub-accounts, there are different types of sub-accounts we can create. Either they could have full access, or they could be what's called an operations room agent, which means if they're an operations room agent, they'll only be able to edit donations, add offline donations, and create teams for the campaign, where they won't have the ability to create new campaigns and some more high-level activity. When you put that person's email address in, they'll get an email to their inbox inviting them to set up an account. They'll click through on that and create a password, and they'll be able to have access to whatever access you give them. So now that we've done all of this, let's click on Dashboard. Now, as we have no current campaigns running, there's nothing here that appears in our dashboard. When there's a campaign running, or when we set up a campaign, we'll have a full picture of what that would look like. Let's go to a live campaign so we'll have a better idea of how the dashboard works. So this is a live campaign happening at the moment, and this is what a dashboard looks like. The total amount raised, your donations. Here gives you a great view of your Google Analytics to see, when people are visiting your page, when they're giving, and obviously, if it's a shorter time frame, then that is a lot more informative, whereas this goes over a couple of months. You'll see your latest donations over here on the left-hand side, and here's where you'll see your donors to your campaigns. Here on the right-hand side, next to a donor, you'll find a little edit button, and this is where you can edit their donation in the event that, say, they got their address wrong, or you wanted to fix their email, or you wanted to remove or edit a dedication or a message they've left on your site. Once your campaign's completed, you'll also have a little button here for a receipt. And if you can click that, that enables you to resend the receipt to that particular donor in the event that they didn't get their receipt, or they're asking for another one, or they want it sent to a different email address. Now, this button here, Add Offline Donation, is as simple as it sounds. We can click it, and we can add a new donation. So we're going to call this Mr. Smith, and Mr. Smith gave $10. He came in and dropped off some cash, or maybe it's because he's done a bank transfer, or he's come with a check. And we could leave a note for later on. All this information will appear in your final spreadsheet of donors. We'll leave some information as to who he is, how he got to us, etc. We'll leave an email, again, for our records, and if you want a message to leave. And, of course, we could add some more information here, too. So once that's done, of course, you'd click Add Donation. Now, what happens if you wanted to upload multiple donations at a time? So here we have Donation Bulk Upload. So we can manual insert donation list, and here's where we could, again, do the same thing. And we could add multiple donations, and we could also identify where these donations are coming from. And we can say, this is cash collected at store, which there's been a cash collection for your campaign on the day, and you want to add the various the names of the various people that have donated that way. And once you click Save, they'll be added to your campaign. Alternatively, you might have a list of hundreds of offline donations. Say you've done a direct mail campaign, and it's too much to upload one at a time. So in that case, you could upload from a spreadsheet. And if you click this, you'll be able to download a template of how you need to format those donations on a spreadsheet. And then once that's ready, you upload the file, you click the correct spreadsheet, and you import those donations. Export, over here, this enables you to export your donations. Anyone that's made a donation, whether you want to do that during the campaign or after the campaign, here's also where you can export it by specific teams. And here's where your MailChimp integration is, and you can click that and work through those integrations as necessary. All right, let's set up a campaign now. Let's go back to our demo page here. So we're going to go to campaigns, and we're going to start a new campaign. Now, don't worry about what we're doing over here. We're going to change the currency here to Australian dollars. Our campaign is going to be for $200,000. Campaign title is Please Support Us. And don't worry about the start and end date. It just needs you to fill in these fields for now, but we could always change these later. So we're going to start on the 3rd of February at 12 p.m. and we're going to finish on the 4th of February. So let's click the calendar here. So we can go to the 4th of February at 12 p.m. Okay, so now this is what I'll come to. Again, if you just click campaigns, this was what your campaign will look like. Here's our campaign, Please Support Us. I'll click on that, and here's where I put in information. So our campaign title is Please Support Us. Our goal is 200,000. It's going to be matched times 4 in this case. Here's our start and end date. We'll leave it like this for now. Here's our short link. So how do people get to your page? We'll have to change that to charidy.com/please support us. And that link is available. So we've got a campaign link there. This is our bonus goal. So we might know it now, we might not. Let's assume that we do. And our bonus goal will be $220,000. We can change the bonus goal even while the campaign is still running. And it's going to be times 2. This is where you put in your Google Analytics ID or your Facebook Pixel ID. And then once that's done, we click Save. And that's all saved. Then we'll go to our description. This is a description that will appear on your campaign page. Now, over here on the top right, I see here that it says default. That means if I put text in here, it will mean that it will show this text whether the campaign is in countdown mode, whether the campaign is live, or whether the campaign is already completed. Alternatively, I can make a specific copy for each part of the campaign. So while the campaign is in countdown mode, I'm going to write campaign is coming. It's coming. I'm going to save. when the campaign's in primary goal mode, which means the campaign is live and we're yet to reach our initial target. I'm going to write, please support us now. Again, save. Bonus goal, so we can keep going. Again, this is once the campaign has reached its target and is now in a bonus round. And then in completed, I'm going to write, thank you for your support. Again, remember, this can be changed at any time. We could also add images by clicking on, or video by clicking that. YouTube always works best. We could add an image from your computer by clicking that. So, and you could format, obviously, your text accordingly through the page. Okay, so now I'm going to save that, and now I've added all my copy to my Charidy page. Now we'll move on to images. These are the images that will be on your campaign. Here it gives you the exact measurements for your campaign images and the recommended size for how it should appear. So the countdown images, is when the campaign is in countdown mode. There's a banner on top of the screen which looks like this. So we're going to upload an image for desktop, which is 1920 by 450, and relevant content should be within 1366 because otherwise it may get cut off on the side on on smaller devices. I'm going to upload a picture here, and here's my countdown banner. And now it's going to show me this is what it's going to look like. If I click that button, I would be replacing this image. If I click this button, I can be adding an image, and then it would be, as a slider, it would move across the page. I want to upload an image for mobile. So I've got my mobile countdown image. And now I'm going to add an image for the standard template for the campaign being live. In that instance, the same size for mobile as well as for desktop. So we'll click that button here, and I have my Charidy slider. So this is my image for my campaign. Again, make sure to look at this recommended size. Similarly here, if you click that button, you could add another one. You can delete that image or replace it by clicking that button. Now this is for my campaign share images. So for example, if you went to Facebook and you typed in the link, this is the image that will show up as a part of that link. And we've uploaded that. And there is my Facebook share image. Okay, this saves automatically, so that's all done. We'll move on to adding your matches for your campaign. To add the matches, it's really simple. You click on the top tab, Add Matches, go to Add New Matcher, and we're going to upload an image. The dimensions for the matcher is a perfect square that the image, that the relevant content can fit within a circle. So draw a circle in that perfect square. Now, the name of this matcher is the Do Good Foundation, and it's a primary matcher. It's not a bonus goal. It's for the primary goal. This is if you have a particular order of how you want the matches to appear on your site. If you don't select that, it will just default to whichever matcher is entered first. You might want to add a description for the matcher, a longer description, which you would then find if you clicked on the matcher's image on the campaign page. So you might want to write here, the Do Good Foundation is proud to support this organization. Save. Let's add another matcher, and in this case, we don't have an image. So we won't upload an image. We don't have an image. This is for Mr. and Mrs. Philanthropist. And again, we don't have an image, so we can just click Save without that, and it will automatically select a generic image for us, as we'll see when we go to our page. Okay, now we've added our matches. Next, we're going to add our teams. If we click Teams, your campaign manager would have explained to you how teams work. So we can add a new team, and the team's name here is the best team. Again, order, they might have a goal. Keep in mind that this goal is the effective goal. So if your campaign's quadrupled and your team goal, they want to raise 10,000 real dollars, then we'll need to put in 40,000 as a team goal. The team short link, so how do they get to their page directly? They'll go to charidy.com/please support us/the best team. Don't worry about team leader name and team leader emails. This is some extra features which your campaign manager can discuss with you. Sometimes, again, same thing with parent team. Description is what will appear on their page. So the best team is proud to support this cause. Please help us reach our goal of $40,000. Don't worry about the custom paragraph email to donors. Again, we're going to upload an image, and we have a team image to upload. If we don't upload an image, then no images selected and no image will appear on their team page. So let's click save. All right, so now let's look at top right here. Let's have a look what our campaign looks like in the various modes. So let's look at countdown mode. So here we have our campaign in countdown mode. Here's our banner at the top. Our campaign starts in 19 days. This is where people will be able to set a reminder for when the campaign goes live. They'll be able to put in their email address or phone number. And here is our text which we've left, campaign is coming. Let's have a look what it will look like when the campaign is live. So we're going to want to make sure that the image fits. Here are our matches. Remember, we wrote a description here that the Do Good Foundation is proud to support this organization. And there is our logo. Here's our team. So let's have a look at our team, the best team. And here's our image for the team, and here's their description. And if you see here, charidy.com/please support us/the best team. Next, let's have a look at what the campaign looks like in successfully completed mode. And thank you for your support. That's the text that we left there as well. Okay. Now, remember when we went to countdown mode, if we find that, there we are. In countdown mode, there was an area for people to put in their email address or phone number to be reminded when the campaign goes live. Charidy doesn't actually send them an email from our own servers or an SMS from our own servers. Rather, that information is collected by you, and it shows up here in your reminder list. This is where you'll see the people that have put in either their phone number, their email. You can add, we can possibly add fields for you if you want to add their name or amount that they'd like to pledge. And this is where you'll find it, and you'll be able to export this field here. Donors is very similar to what we saw on dashboard before. Here is where all the donors from all of your campaigns that you've ever run with Charidy will appear. Again, this is a way to search through your donors, search by various gateways through Stripe or PayPal or offline. You could search by campaign or search by status. This is where their receipts would appear as well once the campaign is concluded. Charidy Academy, this is where you'll find some really helpful videos, training videos about prospecting, about approaching major donors, marketing, your operations room or influencers, some cute videos to help your volunteers, and a series on campaign storytelling. Right now they're hidden in the sense that your campaign manager will need to unlock these videos for you. Additionally, in the Campaign Academy is where you may find some downloadable materials, and that will be coming soon for you to download your call scripts, your matcher scripts, some emails, and other templates like that. Payment gateways is where we would add our payment gateway. So let's add Stripe for now. You can also, as we saw here, add various payment gateways. So you can add PayPal as well. Those are the two that are relevant in Australia. PayPal is a little bit more complicated, so we won't go through that now. If you didn't want to add PayPal, you'll ask your Charidy campaign consultant to provide you with information for that. So when it comes to adding Stripe, it's fairly simple. We'll need to connect it to a legal entity, which we've created already. We're a not-for-profit. We're not an individual. And the currency of your bank account here is Australian dollars. The name of the account, your BSB, your account number. This is what will appear on someone's credit card statement. Now, for Stripe, they need your Stripe will need a representative from the organization. This is for anti-money laundering laws in Australia. So you'll need the date of birth and the first and last name of the representative of the organization. You'll then need to provide your charity campaign consultant with the front and back copy of that person's license or driver's license. All right, once we've done that, we'd save. Obviously, I haven't put any information here, so we're going to close that. And then here we have integrations. These integrations, at the moment, we have Salesforce, MailChimp, and Overpass. So if you do have a Salesforce account or a MailChimp account and you want to integrate that with Charidy, that's where you would do those integrations. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Again, this was a general overview of the Charidy dashboard. There will always be more features and updates coming, so we'll try to update this as often as we possibly can. But it should give you a great way to start and should be very helpful. And if you do have any questions, you'll definitely be able to contact your Charidy campaign consultant.